Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. Welcome back to week 2 of the Seek, Gather, Create Challenge, August 2024. This week we asked you to find a bird silhouette, leaves, teal, the colour teal, and a grid. So I pulled out this piece of fabric with some leaves on, also a couple of little cards with leaves that I got sent recently by Grabby. I cut out a little grid from some craft foam, but I've also got this metal grid which I might do something with here as well. I picked out a Stabilo Woody in teal, and then for my birds I've got this crow here which I might paint out and create a silhouette from, but I also found this fantastic patterned napkin with the silhouettes, and it's kind of a tealy-ish colour as well. Right, let's crack on. So I am going to work in this journal today. To start with, actually, I'm going to have a quick play with this grid because I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll have a go. So I've got a little plastic lid here. I've got some PVA, clear PVA glue. I'm hoping there's enough. So I'm just going to squish some of that out onto here. And add a little bit of water to it. This is very messy, mucky water, but it will do. And then I'm going to dip my fabric into the glue, get it all gluey. To get rid of the brush, we don't need that now. I'm soaking it in the glue. Okay, then I'm going to lay it down on my grid and then just use something like the end of a paintbrush to just poke the fabric into the shape of the grid. Now, again, this is experimental. I don't know if this is going to work, whether it's going to stick to my grid and not be able to come off. I don't know. Maybe I ought to have put something like, I don't know, Vaseline or something on the grid, but I'm hoping because it's metal that it will peel off. We'll see. Oh, it's sticking to my fingers. That's the other tricky bit. I want to just create a shape with the fabric. Maybe it's just easier if I pinch it. No, it's just sticking to my fingers. Okay, it's a little fiddly. Let's try 2 brushes. That's better. A bit more control. So then I'm going to leave this to dry, hope that it will come off and stay in that kind of shape. That's my plan. Don't know why this sort of came to me. I think it's something I saw ages and ages ago. In fact, I think I did do it with starch once, a long time ago, rather than glue, but that might even be going back to sort of university days, I don't know. Okay. We'll go with that and we'll leave it to dry and we'll see what happens. So I'll come back to you. Right, I'm back and it's completely dry now, so fingers crossed it's going to come off and stay in the position that it is. Let's give it a go. Well, it's definitely going to come off, which is cool. Haha, there we go. So let me just move that out of the way. So we've got this kind of gridded shaped fabric. I don't know how I'm going to use that, but I quite like that. That's cool, and I think that worked quite well. Okay, let's grab our other elements and bring our journal back in. Let's see, I think we ought to start with a layer of gesso, and then we'll pop down some of that napkin. As usual, I don't know what's happening. I don't really have a plan, and we'll just see what happens. I've been really enjoying seeing everybody's creations from week 1. So many different ideas. You know, we're all searching for the same things. It's just, there's no two alike, and I really enjoy seeing everybody's different takes on it. If this is the first time joining me, you can go and check out week 1 in my videos, and it'll explain what it's all about. But just briefly, it's basically an art scavenger hunt that I run over on Instagram with Laura, Tina, and this time we're joined by Casey. I'll put all of their details down again in the description, and we just post up prompts every Sunday throughout August for you to find and make whatever you like with. Okay, I'm going to give that a dry, and then I'm just going to take the backing off my napkin, and I'll be back. Okay, so that's dry, and I've taken off the 2 layers of tissue at the back, so I'm just left with the 1 layer of my napkin. Let's pop some matte medium down and get some of that napkin pattern down in the background. Sorry, my glue brush is not very neat. Okay, that's better. Oops. Let's just pop in a layer down, and then we'll pop this down. And put a little bit of glue over the top. This is actually matte medium I'm using. And that's going to create a really, oops, it's ripped a little, but that's okay. I'm just going to tear off. I don't mind it being a bit rough. Okay, and tear that off. And that's going to give us our background with the birds. Okay, just needs a little bit more off the top there. There we go. Let's give that another dry. It's dry. I'm just going to use some gesso on my fingers just to push some of that back. And mute certain areas of it. So we've got our birds there from our list. What else do we need? We need our grid. We need teal, although that is kind of tealy. And leaves. Okay. Where did the leaves go? I don't know if I put them. I had pulled out, so I'm thinking of creating maybe something over here on this side. Little collection. Don't know quite, it's quite 3D, but just auditioning stuff at the moment. Do I need another bird? Or am I happy with those birds? I don't know. Let's just grab some black paint and I'm just going to paint this bird out so it's more of a silhouette. We'll see if I might then dry it and cut it out and see if it works or not. This is just normal black acrylic paint. Okay, let's give that a try and cut it out. Okay, I also just took a white pen and just did some writing on him before I cut him out. I quite like him. So now let's see if we can build our page up a little. So just trying to play around with it a little, audition it around and see what works. I'm cutting my fabric in half and I'm thinking it's going to go maybe just a thinner piece or up along one edge. Not sure what I like here. I'm gonna have a play around. Maybe something like that. What do we reckon? It's quite different. Let's not worry about it too much. Let's get it down and then see what we can add to. So grab some Fabri-Tac just to put our different elements down. put the grid then in two different ways, with this fabric and with the craft foam there. No, I think he's got to go there. Let's get that down on this corner. I'd quite like the having some over here as well. Okay, all right, so it's a base, but I think that the crow's getting lost a little bit. So I'm going to grab my brush again, or a brush, and I'm going to just put some gesso in the middle here, just so he stands out a little bit more. Yeah, and we've got the leaves here in the corner and on the fabric. It's quite a different page for me. I need a bit more glue on that corner. Hold that into place. And how this is gonna, don't want it to be stuck down to everything. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the book still closes, that's important. What do we reckon? I think it needs something else, but I'm not quite sure what. We've got all our elements down now. Let me have a think and I'll get back to you. Alright, I just realised that we haven't used the woody yet. So I'm going to do that now and add a bit more teal. Okay. Just blend that in a bit. Yeah. Well, it adds that bit of teal in. think it makes the bird pop a little as well. Okay, I think I'll find some words. Okay, so I found some words in a book. I added a bit more gesso, and then I found the words, a large crow was peering down at them. It looked like an old man. So I'm not sure I'm in love with this page this week, but there are elements I like, and I'm happy that this turned out the way it did. So anyway, that's week 2. Hope you've enjoyed watching along, and I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye.